Absolutely, 100%. Um, we need to be an awful lot better than we were. That's absolutely. Standing in front of the lads this morning, the disappointment on their face is still very palpable there, and you get a sense for how much they care, and that's a great thing as a coach. You're looking for your reaction, you're watching their body language, and their disappointment is definitely evident. The big thing now is we have to energize them again. We pull them up. We lean on stuff like you've just said around being the top defensive team for the last 2 seasons in the URC. You lean on little bits and pieces like that, but the reality is within the room there is a standard that we expect, and we didn't meet it on Saturday. And we're conscious that the tries came from different aspects of our play, so I think we need to tighten up right around the pitch. We need to tighten up our ruckdy. We need to tighten up, you know, when teams launch against us. We need to tighten up how we kick, how we control the kicking game. If we're going to go off, if we're going to stay on, we need to stick to the plan. And honestly, like, we need to present a huge amount more physicality. And that in terms of Saturday was probably for me quite disappointing. Our physical exchanges just weren't good enough. We are blessed with this bunch of players, and as a defence coach, more often than not, these guys go to war for us. So um, there are very fixable things that we can control within our control that can nullify a huge amount that went wrong for us on Saturday. So it's not something that scares us. Actually, in fact, the challenge inspires us. We're sitting in the meeting room this morning. These are the moments. These are the moments in your career. You look back to the so-called golden Munster era. There was definitely moments like this, full of moments like this, and our response will be really the important thing. And again, the players, they're disappointed, yes, but we pick ourselves up, and there's nothing that we'll ask them to do that they haven't done before. Yeah, unfortunately, I think Tom's rehab, and recovery, it slowed a little bit. I'm not quite sure he had a setback, but it just slowed down a little bit, and we're still waiting on him to be fully available. So we're just watching that space, but yeah, fingers crossed it'll be soon. Yeah, I saw Donica's comments. Someone said that he had a goal, and I specifically went home and watched it, and Donica was completely on the money. I know Donica since I was 18. I have nothing but respect for him. He was like a brother to me when we played together. Donegal O'Callaghan said nothing that we don't know, that we didn't feel, that the players don't know, and does it hurt? I think the hurt comes from how we were on Saturday. We want to remember the legacy, like people that Donica created here, and we want to build on that, and when someone like Donica honestly calls out our actions at the weekend, you put your hands up when you say we have to do better. It wasn't good enough, and we're not going to step away from that either. Donegal O'Callaghan will always be a legend here, and he said nothing on Saturday that we didn't say ourselves.
It's a huge honour for sure, but I have a lot of lads around me who help with the leadership side of things, and they do a lot of unseen work in here, and I've Pete alongside me as well, who's certainly still doing a lot of the workload in terms of leadership and speaking, and it's probably just within him to be a natural leader. So I'm still learning a lot from him, and as I said, it's very much a learning process, and hopefully I've been improving game on game. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Our defence wasn't up to scratch, nowhere near it really. Very uncharacteristic of us, especially over the last couple of years. We've had one of the best defences in the league over the last couple of years, and not just the weekend just gone, but against Connacht as well, we haven't performed in that area at all, and I suppose that was the main topic of conversation today in our meeting is about fixing a lot of what we did in defence. You know, we weren't physical enough, and we were getting our roles wrong as well, and we let Zebre into we just gave away soft tries at the end of the day. That was ins and outs. There were certainly a lot of areas in attack we needed to fix as well, and left a lot of opportunities out there. So yeah, it's disappointing, but in terms of how much improvement is possible from the weekend, it's also, we also know that we've a lot to work on, but we're not getting worried either. You know, we're in a good position to fix those problems this week and hit the ground running again. Yeah, look, I think they've certainly improved. I reckon they're probably one of the strongest Welsh unions at the moment. I think that they're strong across the park, which is I think if you look at their team sheets, they've a lot of standout players there, and they can play various ways, but defensively they're very good, and they're particularly good over the ruck. You know, they've a lot of players there who can steal a lot of balls, so we're gonna have to be on point with our ruck, and you know, they've a very good set piece as well, and I think it's an area that they probably at times got the better of us over the last few seasons. So it's definitely a big focus for us this coming Saturday too.